and gentlemen, Donald Trump makes the announcement. Now, I want to show you exactly what Joe Biden has said. Joe Biden says you have 24 hours to take the National Guard out of there, or you will face consequences. This is becoming a movie. It's becoming exactly that Civil War movie that's coming out. Ladies and gentlemen, let me show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. Donald J. Trump, do you support this from Donald Trump? He says, Donald Trump calls for all willing states to deploy National Guard to Texas border and start deportations. Ladies and gentlemen, Donald Trump is not playing around. He's actually calling for this. This is the leading Republican nominee, former President Trump, Donald Trump, former president, current president, future president, whatever you want to call it. Donald Trump posted on True Social account that he is encouraging willing states to deploy their National Guard to Texas to prevent entry of illegal immigrants. Trump made the call to do so after Texas Governor Greg Abbott declared an invasion. Now, we covered this earlier, but here's what I want you guys to take a look at. This is right now, if I'm not mistaken, I think truckers are on the way to Texas. I think this was earlier today. A bunch of truckers.
The men who died, who gave that right to me, and I stand up.
Truckers on their way to Texas. This land.
God bless the.
Do you stand with it? This makes me want to go to Texas. So let's get serious real quick before we get into more of Donald Trump and what he said. Let's get real serious about what is actually going on here and what we must talk about when it comes to this situation. Because President Joe Biden, the current sitting president of the United States of America, has called for 24 hours. If this isn't shut down in 24 hours, then you will face consequences. Now, I want to make sure that I show this clip from the news. Here it is. This is very worrisome right here. Joe Biden is talking like he wants to go to war with Americans. This is how crazy it is. Here we go.
A border showdown is brewing in Eagle Pass, Texas right now. A huge hub for illegal border crossings. There's a standoff that is underway between the federal government, which wants the razor wire that Texas put in place there to protect its own state. They say it has to go. And Republican Texas Governor Greg Abbott says he will not. The Biden administration has now given him a deadline of tomorrow to allow Border Patrol access to the area. It's called Shelby Park, essentially setting up a confrontation potentially.
Yo, oh my God, I got the chills. Woo! I have to speak to people on my Instagram about this. I know a lot of people aren't even keeping up, but this just gave me the chills. So apparently, damn, what 2024? What a year. What a year, dude. What a year. I'm just imagining, the Border Patrol, the military, National Guard overall going against each other in a confrontation where or else it's a possibility. Or else it's a possibility. That's how crazy this thing is getting. So we got 27 Republican state governors standing up for Texas and with Texas. We got truckers heading down to Texas. Tomorrow is the deadline. Tomorrow is the deadline. Donald Trump says, we will fear not. We will stand up to this. Here's what Donald Trump had to say. Let's read this. He says, when I was president, we had the most secure border. I hope you guys can see this. He says, when I was president, we had the most secure border. Joe Biden has surrendered our border and is aiding and abetting a massive invasion of millions of illegal immigrants, right? Illegal migrants, whatever you want to call it, into the United States. Instead of fighting to protect our country from this onslaught, Biden is unbelievably fighting to tie the hands of Governor Abbott and the state of Texas so that the invasion continues unchecked. In the face of national security, public safety, and public catastrophe. Lou, please calm down. Texas has rightly invoked the invasion clause of the Constitution and must be giving full support to repel the invasion. Page 2 Donald Trump is going off here. He's not playing any games. Donald Trump says we encourage all willing states to deploy their guards to Texas to prevent the entry of illegals and to remove them back across the border. All Americans should support common sense measures by Texas authorities to protect the safety, security, and sovereignty of Texas and the American people. When I am president, one day, instead of fighting Texas, I will work hand in hand with Governor Abbott and other border states to stop the invasion, seal the border, and rapidly begin the largest domestic deportation operation in history. Those Biden has let in should not get comfortable because they will be going home. Is he right? Is he wrong? What do you guys think? I think Donald Trump is correct on this because what has Biden done? Biden, and what has the Supreme Court? The Supreme Court is the most surprising because Biden's lawsuit was that there should be no razor wires. There should be no barbed wires. They should be lifted. People should be transferred in. That's what's going on. Governor Abbott has already sent in buses to sanctuary cities that have been overrun. Why isn't Joe Biden working with Governor Abbott? Why is there going to be a confrontation tomorrow? Why is the president of the United States of America and the Biden administration saying that if the National Guard does not let in the Border Patrol to Eagle Pass, they will face consequences? But here's the crazy part about it. Texas is not scared. Texas is not scared one bit. Texas is all about the smoke. Texas is not playing around. This is what it looks like when the National Guard takes over. Here, let's take a look. Here's a video of the National Guard doing what they were supposed to be doing from day one, protecting the border. That's the whole goal. But this is what border security should have been doing, right? But it gets much worse because I want to show you guys something that I saw earlier. This is what's going on in California. Illegals storm across La Jolla, California in a smuggling boat and then abandon the boat for everyone else to deal with. Just a normal day in California. Good Samaritan surfers swam out to pick up all the trash that the illegals left in for them. This is what America looks like today when you have no system to work with. Let's take a look. Ladies and gentlemen,